Yeah! So, I made a tier list privately where I said that I think 24th is a C tier division, and Integer said delusional if you think 24th is that low. What's even good about it? Bradley spam? And he said yes, Bradley spam, National Guard Apache, and Stroke Eagle. Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game. Today I'm playing on Black Forest Duel. I am the spell checker and I'm going up against Greenland and Exo, which is Integer. I'm playing First UK, a division I consider to be the king of B tier. Probably the best B tier division. It's not quite A tier because its AA is garbage and overpriced, and its fighter is overpriced, and that really makes it suffer, along with its tanks, which are really slow and not cost efficient. They're not as cost ineffective as they used to be. But yeah, those are the disadvantages. In terms of the advantages, it's got like warrior spam, which is really good, and air spam, which is like half decent air spam. It's not amazing, but it's all right. So yeah, looking at the deployments, we got well, yeah, 24th is just bad, I think, but Integer thinks it's good. So let's see what happens. So Integer here, he's barreling through to Charlie with so where's that Ito going? Apparently it's going to two places. Ito's going there, and then four two vet Bradleys brought to max vet by the CV, the Bradley CV, two Pivads, two Chaparrals, and two Recon. And he's really after Charlie with a pretty substantial blob. And then for the rest of the map there, he's got one scouts for Alpha, and it's just going in the church because religious people can see further than atheists. You see, atheists can't see very far. A religious person can see really, really, really far there. So he's going to find his maker. And then he's just, for the rest of the map, he's just got loads of National Guard Itos. This is like a Milan 2 Jeep, but better, because it costs the same. But it's got more range. It's got less pen, but I think the range makes it better. Although the National Guard reservist trait does mean that it aims slower and reloads slower. I can't remember if it makes its accuracy lower. So he's got four of those, and they're going all over the place. One to here, another one to here, one round to here, and one to here. And then a Pivads for helicopters and infantry, and a Bradley CV for Echo Foxtrot, and then a Fist V going here as well to spot for his National Guard stuff. Switching to me, I'm on the good side. No, I'm not. I'm on the bad side. I'm on the bad side because his forward deployment, I believe he gets LRS, would get to Bravo at the same time as me. And I can't do that to Alpha. That's why it's the bad side. Bravo's pretty difficult to defend, really. But I know that he's going to mech blob me because he kind of always does that, but also that's his only chance, as far as I'm concerned, to win. And so I don't know if he's going to mech blob Bravo or mech blob Charlie. Mech blobbing Bravo would make more sense because it's open country, and that makes the Bradleys better with their range. So there, I'm sending the majority of my forces. So we got SAS Patrol getting in here, and to make sure they get there ahead of the LRS, which I assumed was coming, I'm sending a Lynx Hellarm out. I've also opened Fighter, which you basically have to do on this division. And then a second SAS Patrol, which is coming to here, so that I can get it up to here. Because if you lose this flank, then it's very, very difficult to sort this out, because they start shooting you in the side and stuff. So it's always worth trying to keep a recon unit here. And a Para Rover Milan, you see this is 55, because it's the forward deployment, so it's 5 points more. And the Milan 2 has less accuracy and less range, but less pen. But 20 is plenty, really. So I prefer the National Guard Ito, but there's not much in it. I believe he also gets one more of these than I get of these. I think he gets 7. He might actually be 5, but anyway, so I'm setting this here so it can shoot people as they come in. And then another one, which is going around to here, so they can shoot people as it comes down here. And then behind that, I've got an Assault Pioneers, a Rifles, a Mortar for Smoke, a Chieftain Mark 9, which is going to look down the road and shoot the Bradleys, and a Rover CV. You've got to open CV on Black Forests. Over here, I think he might be attacking here, he might be attacking here. My money's on this one, but it doesn't mean he's not attacking here, so I am putting stuff here. You know, there's a chance he might still be here, and it turns out he was, so I got it wrong. So SS Patrol going up to here, but I didn't like fully double down on this. I assumed that he might be going for Charlie. One Lynx Hellarm, and then a Rover, a Rifles, and a Warrior Replique. So the Warrior Replique is really good for 60 points. It's not as good as a BMP2 in my opinion, but yeah, it's got Milan 2, it's got 4 armor, whereas these are 75 points, but they've got a tow 2. And because yeah, these aren't the reservist ones, these are the proper ones, so they cost a lot more, but they are a lot better, and the gun is better. The armor's worse actually, but the tow 2 is why it's so expensive. So let's cast the game, and we shall do so from this perspective. I forgot to say that. And it's time to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get the names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. One join at the lowest level is worth 2,000 views. So if you've got an ad block on and you feel bad about it, I did open fire, then yeah, great way to support the channel. And I really do appreciate it, I really do. There's been an outpouring of support ever since my PhD funding ran out, which was February 14th. This is my sole source of income. The PhD doesn't pay very well anyway. You could look it up. It's really not very much. It's very, very low. But you know, I chose that, and frankly, it's my fault that the funding ran out and I haven't finished yet. So I chose all that, and I explained this to people, and there's just been an outpouring of support. There's many channel members. There's like over 200. I really do appreciate it. I wish I could say more than just, hey, I appreciate it. Do you know what I mean? I wish I could do more for you, but I'm really busy. I'm really stressed out. It's this Ramadan as well, so I'm fasting, but once again, that's yet another self-inflicted problem. Because, you know, nobody's forcing me to do that. So yeah, I really do appreciate it. They're taking absolutely ages to get there. So all I will say is remain, you know, if you're not fasting, stay hydrated, get some water while you're watching this. Water's really nice. I miss water. Only 3 more hours till I can have some water. But yeah, fasting's good for you actually. I know like Lent is basically at the same time this year, so it is good for you. But it's I was expecting to have finished my PhD by now, so I wouldn't have to be writing my thesis while not eating anything, not drinking anything. So, but yeah, I messed up. I played too much Warno, so it's your fault actually. It's your fault that I'm in this situation. You know, if you just hadn't watched any videos, then I would have not put so much effort into the channel. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, nothing's my fault. Nothing's my fault. It's not my fault that I didn't work hard enough so my funding ran out. It's not my fault that I chose to do a PhD and like nobody forced me. It's not my fault that I couldn't get a job so I did a PhD. None of it's my fault. It's all your fault. It's everybody else's fault except mine. Anyway, first blood goes to us. We get the ITO there because of their hell arm. And we're going in on this now. SAS Patrol giving us the vision we need. And then I realise, oh, it's this way. And all my guys are over here. So I immediately start smoking this and pushing this. So I'm like, there can't be that much there. And the hell arm gets smacked immediately. But, crucially, it gets a Bradley, right? And I think it got the infantry in it because he didn't unload it. So that's 100 and, that's many, many points for 65 points, right? And we've got the rover. This is such a good spot, by the way, if you're expecting this to happen. So we've got flanking fire on him, people everywhere. Tornado's still up. I have to smoke this. Rover Milan, 55 points. Going up against the Bradleys. And it gets one. It gets one. But it goes down. But it doesn't matter because 55 versus 75. Warrior Pleat takes out the Fist V there. SS Patrol starts getting lit up by the Pivads. I guess he brought these for anti-infantry as much as anti-helicopter. And so I just start pulling back. We've got rifles here with the Mega. And the Warrior Pleat ran out of smoke, so I have to go in for it. He gets me. But yeah, Cluster comes out here. It goes down to the double Chappie, but we get 2 Bradleys. Sadly, he gets my Tornado as well, which is going to become important later. And you see I'm pushing this because I know there's not much here, and I'm starting to rotate people around, but not that many people. I'm starting to attack over here. I don't quite know what's there. He had 2 American snipers, and these guys are absolutely crazy. You'll see that later. So he's managed to get in, but we've extracted an extremely heavy prize. All his Bradleys are dead, apart from the CV one. Most of our infantry is alive. I mean, this guy is clearly not having a great day. Then I buy 2 Chieftain Mark 9s because I assumed I'd be fighting more Bradleys at close range. That was a mistake. I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but there was something else I should have bought instead. So we get in here. He's backed this because he's not actually capped alpha, because he's only got 1 CV over there. Warrior Pleat goes down to Fire Team Dragon. It's got 4 armor, but these have 18 pen, so they one-shot 4 armor. Trying to bring the other Hell Arm over, but I got to be careful because I know he's got Chaparrals and Pivads. And trying to get the rifles out of there. Could have used the LOS a bit better there, like I could have brought him over here. But yeah, arm rifles at 2 vet because the CV's buffing them up against Fire Team Dragon at 2 vet. Arm rifles have 1 more man. They've got the same number of machine guns, but they've got 1 more man because these guys have a Dragon too, which is why, you know, that's the balance on that unit. I think both units are balanced. Over here, SAS Patrol go up against American snipers and they just kill everybody. Yeah, these ITOs are pretty lethal. We do get that one, but there's more. And then I get the Pivads there. I'm trying to bring this round so I can shoot people in the side. And yeah, Sniper goes in on Rover Milan. I got a... yeah, so I'm trying to break the LOS, like, because of the hill and stuff. But I can't actually see this because I don't have recon with this tank. And it's, you know, it's got bad stealth, but this only has mediocre optics. So he gets us there. We're trying to win the infantry fights. The rifles survived. The main problem is the Pivad, so I'm trying to bring this round here so I can shoot that. And yeah, so I'm not sure what this goes on. Okay, so I miss. It's really bad news. So I use up my smoke so I can push him and like go shoot again and then go back into the smoke. I send an arm rifles over here because I had a Warrior Pleat coming over here and I just moved over to here. You see I've moved in over here. The Pivads deals with that Assault Pioneers pretty quickly, but the rifles got in. And I got my arm rifles in here. I think we see the Sniper now. Trying to bring the Warrior Pleats round. I know that this could kill me, so I just keep it moving so that I can break the LOS there. Very difficult to fight over this area of the map. Phantom comes out. This, I think I landed. No, it's still there. Yeah, so I have to smoke there because a TOW2 is not going to miss me at that range. So I try and like poke through the smoke. But yeah, he gets another TOW2 out, so I reverse that one and send this one in. And then reverse that. So yeah, he buys an Apache, and these chieftains have just shown up, and this was the mistake. I didn't buy any AA. Now he's doing this thing he always does where he sends a Phantom around here, or a plane or whatever, just round here. So I try and catch him with the Tornado. Mine costs 65 points more than his. He's got more Bradleys now. The Bradley spam begins, or continues. We got him, like, he was facing away from us. So now I'm trying to double team him with the Tornadoes. So yeah, we got a hit and he was forced to evac that one. And then I get the Eagle. Oh, that actually gets out. Okay, I thought that one died. So we get pretty lucky there with the Chaparrals missing 4 missiles in a row despite having 70% accuracy. We do have 30% ECM and it was at max range there. But you would expect... No, I think they hit once, right? They hit once out of 4 because I lost HP on this guy. But yeah, I mean... It should probably be 2 hits, I think. It's hard to tell. But yeah, so I know about the Chaparrals. My rifles here died to the Sniper. The 7-man rifles team died to the Sniper, and I just can't see him. The Snipers are for 35 points. It's ridiculous because they've got 2 snipers, and like the British one's 35 and only has 1 sniper. The Polish one's 35 and only has a DMR. It doesn't even have a sniper. Anyway, somehow we got the CV here because it was just sat there and I just ran into it with a warrior. I did put more guys here because I sent people over here and I was worried about him switching it up, but actually he's just doubling it down. This doesn't have smoke, so it goes down there. And the Chieftain Mark 9s at close range beat the Bradleys because the shot gets off before the TOW hits. So that's why I bought them. But this Apache's a real problem. I didn't realise it was actually out of Hellfires. And he's got air superiority. And like, if I just had bought 1 Chieftain and 1 tracked Rapier, he wouldn't be able to do that. Or it would have been punished. And he wouldn't be able to use this so effectively. Like, he's getting so much value out of this, it's unreal. So I smoked this up and get the Rover in there. I should have deployed these, but I wasn't sure what was over here. So we capped that. He puts this up there, but nobody can stay up there for very long because you immediately expose yourself to everybody's fire support. But he must know the CV's back here because from that building he basically sees everything except that. So he knows it's in here somewhere. And I know his is back here somewhere. I assumed it was in this forest because that's the cover back here. Furthermore, from where the line is drawn, you can draw a perpendicular line and you can get pretty close to where it's going to be. So Strike Eagle comes out and my tornado misses it and then dies, but he didn't get the bombs off, which is something at least. Then I know he's running low on missiles here, so I use my Ligamers here to try and shoot him. I hit him, but I don't kill him. But imagine if I'd had a tracked rapier here before. And this obviously doesn't shoot because it's out of range. And what I wanted to do was hit these chappies, but my fighter went down, so I can't do two at once. I wanted to send both at once. Gun group versus American sniper. You'll never guess who wins. This costs 5 points more than that. And then, yeah, he's buying more stuff, right? And I thought this was hidden behind this, but it's not actually cover. It's just a shed. Whereas this identical looking thing from the top is cover. And so I'm losing units here. The cluster thing gets routed, although, I mean, at least it doesn't die. It doesn't get hit, but I can't stick about. But yeah, I think I was saving up for another fighter. And then, yeah, so I'm trying to move up here, but the snipers are just killing everybody. It's crazy. I can't even see them. Yeah, so I'm losing units there, which is not great. And then this, I think, dies to the many toes here. But we've got this zone because he didn't have a CV for it, and we've moved these up to, obviously this doesn't have rounds, but we've got good vision. Now we've got rifles here. He's got to clear that out if he wants to take that. But we're getting bullied by these helicopters here. Tracked Rapier finally shows up, and I just wish I'd bought one fewer Chieftain, one more Tracked Rapier. So it misses the first one, 55% accuracy, but it hits the second one, and it deals 6 damage, so it one-shots. We lose the supply, which is pretty rough. So he's pouring on AT4s, but we've got 12 armor, and the AT4 isn't particularly fantastic. One-shots Warriors, though, not the Warrior Applique. He buys, I think this is just the Strike Eagle from before, or he bought another one. And I tried to shoot him with this, with the guns, and then I miss, and then 2 Stinger shots kill me. So I lose a 275 point plane there, which was like dumb of me, really. But yeah, I was trying to like scare him off with that, but I didn't even like drop it or anything. And so he takes that CV out, which isn't great. And he's coming around here now, so I'm trying to bring the Rapier up. Like this Strike Eagle's just bullying me basically. But yeah, if only I'd had that AA out earlier. So the smoke fades there, but no, it doesn't. Never mind. I've got another supply, and I get the Tracked Rapier up now. Misses. I think it was going for the Strike Eagle, not the Apache there. And this man is not being targeted. It was the other one, and so he gets my arm rifles. He gets that. This guy gets out scot-free, but this Apache's come too far out, which means I could shoot it with this and dodge the chappies. Like, the hills and stuff break the targeting. I would have expected one of those to hit me, though. But, yeah, the idea was that, like, the closer you get, the more accurate these are going to be. And so he's very foolish in his in what he's doing there. Also, because of the hill. Well, I don't know. Like, this building, for example, would break the LOS on this, but I don't think the hill does. So at this point, I've got a lot of fighters up. And so we 2v1 him again. That time we don't take a hit, but we get routed. And now I really want to bomb this stuff. So I bought some mortars. I bought 2 mortars. Just to, because I know where he is, roughly. So I put the rifles up here now, because I got a lot of his stuff. And I'm just trying to, because the lore 80, right? So I get the rifles in range, and I lore 80 it, and down it goes. It would have been able to fire at least once more anyway, so first hit, 60% accuracy. But it would have fired again anyway, and then we get out of there. So we got the CV, and now I'm trying to get both bombers in on him at once. I want to go for the AA, because I know it's there, because I just had the rifles up here and they saw it. So do you see that? I sent the Tornado fighter first, so that they'd aim on the fighter. The fact that those didn't kill me is kind of lucky, actually. But I sent the fighter first, so that these would aim on the fighter and then re-aim onto the cluster, and you saw that happen, which gave the cluster time, or the HE time, to get in there. So there you go, we got exactly the same KD. 2360 to 2360, identical KD. but my map control was like way better because he did the focused blob. And basically, 24th is not a good division. And so, you got to teach people a lesson. So, uh, Integer, really good player. We're pretty similar in our number of games played and stuff like that. Sometimes he's better than me, sometimes I'm better than him. Depends how we're feeling. We're pretty similar players. But even though the KD was identical, like that game was just in my control basically all the time, apart from when I didn't bring any AA, which was dumb. So yeah, 24th is not that good.